So this is Christmas, and what have we done? Well, it's been another year of playing Company Heroes, that's what we've been doing. And war certainly isn't over, unfortunately, for John Lennon. It's only just begun, because we've got a best of 3 featuring 4 of the best 2v2 players in Company of Heroes today. And let's not just look at my Christmassy goodness. Thank you for the subscription, Myron Bra. By the way, he has a tournament coming in February, so be on the lookout for the Championship of Heroes from some very, very French organisers, which looks very, very exciting. But yes, indeed, 136 live views on Twitch. We're probably going to get thousands of people watching this on YouTube, and I wish you a very happy holiday. I'm really excited to cast this because it features some of my favourite players. Let's get it on. But before I do, big thanks to everybody on the Master League Patreon who stuck with me as we transitioned from the Master League, which is this beautiful tournament system, to AE being a husband and future father who can only do casts intermittently. If you want to watch this content, please do support, because it gives me the ability to pay for the cash games and sometimes pay for co-casters and stuff like that. I hope you're having a good holidays, though, and let's get it on in this best of 3, 2, 1, and we are kind of somewhat live. As you can see it there, it says Scotch. That's right, from France. It's not only the most successful 2v2 player of all time. This guy, together with his teammate Nagano, won more major 2v2 tournaments than any other living soul. I have watched him maul, that's right, maul, some of the best 1v1 players in the world on his side of the map. And talking of the map, is that a ghost from the past I see that haunts these ruins? That's right. It's one of the best maps in 2v2 history, everybody. It's Eindhoven, made by Spanky of Australia these days. Eindhoven is back. We're playing on it, and let's hope Relic bring it to 2v2 in 2024. I think it's probably a front runner. But indeed, it's Eindhoven, one of the best 2 maps of CoH3, together with Alst Outskirts. The scores are very wrong. Thank you, Aziligath. I thought I'd done everything right in the build-up to this. Let me just capture these engagements as we start off before we reset the scores. We have Janko to introduce him. Janko is from Poland, and he is Scotch's teammate. They are up against 2 Austrian Oaks in Ra11 and Insane Niedi, or Niedi we'll call him. 2 fantastic players. Ra11 in particular is one of my favourite CoH1 players of all time. And I'm very excited to see him here in CoH3. 2 Fallschirmjägers falling from the sky above for Janko. Meanwhile, Scotch is getting the 250, going straight through the ruins and straight into enemy territory. He's fighting up against, on the east side, Niedi's British forces, who's gone for a Vickers first build, which has been flanked already. There you go, flanked already. And to be honest, there's too much to capture, so I'm going to have to pause things whilst I reset the scores. I don't want to miss. Don't want to miss a thing. Everything I do. Do you remember Savage Garden? Really underrated band. Go and check out Savage Garden on Spotify. I think they're very underrated band from the 2000s. If you like soppy pop songs. But they're very good at what they did. Regardless, the Jeep. The Jeep of Ra11. The CoH1 legend is causing some havoc here on Eindhoven in the centre. Meanwhile, in the west, we've got the Fallschirm Pioneers pushing up against the scout unit of Ra11, who has chosen Airborne Battle Group. So they're Pathfinders now. They just haven't got their 4th member quite yet. And what a series we're in for, everybody. A best of 3 to decide who the contenders are to go to Coastal Mania, baby. That's right, Coastal Mania is my version of WrestleMania. It's happening in January. It's when the championships get fought for. We've got Orange Pest waiting for the winner of Ferrogy Havoc, which I cast earlier, but I will not spoil the winner of that. But they are going to fight Orange Pest in a best of 5 in January. And we have Zulu and Smoko waiting for the winner of this series in January. 250 with the Flammen Pioneers on board. Scotch is such a good player. I can't describe how good Scotch is. Like, of the Nagano-Scotch pairing, I actually thought Nagano was the more steady, and Scotch was the more kind of adaptable player. Scotch kind of had strategies that fit the map, fit the opponents. He kind of outthunk and outfought his opponents on maps such as Rails and Metal. He famously went double priest in major tournament finals, which nobody was doing at the time. So, yeah, Scotch does a lot of things differently sometimes. This is pretty standard stuff from him, though. It's also pretty standard. Well, is it? Is it? We got a 2-5-1 half track. That's going to be a Stummel. Janko with the janky plays here. Stummel reporting for duty. This Jeep's going to have a nasty surprise. Oh, no! Oh, he gets out of there before the Stummel's fully converted. 2-5-1 giving chase. Oh, he got up there in the nick of time. I don't care if it's fairly common, Thomas. Shut your mouth. This is hype casting. And I don't play much 2v2, so I don't know. We got the Polston from the Brits indicating that the Indian battle group has, of course, been chosen for Niedi. And he already has that 4.2-inch wonder, something Thomas in chat is very familiar with. Nice ebb and flow to the engagement so far. Just a good bit of... It's no surprise to me that Scotch has won his 1v1 so far against Niedi. However, the MG now has been flanked. I have to say, Eindhoven's looking lovely. Will he be able to suppress before he gets round the cone of fire? Well, heavy cover will help him. Yes, indeed. Sten guns in operation. Meanwhile, there's the allied twosome taking the cut-off here. Meaning all of this territory is no longer relevant. Costatori. So we're going for Italian infantry for Scotch. Interesting. Janko, meanwhile, went Luftwaffe, as we know. Look at the Polston reversing that ass straight into enemy fire. Getting some good shots in. And very aggressive infantry fire from Ra11. His airborne and Niedi, his Italians. Sorry, Indian accompanied Brits. Good fighting so far. Let's address the kill count. It's 9 for Axis. It's 5 for the Austrian allies. Stummel's yet to get a shot on target, I believe. Maybe this is the one. No, it's not. We've got Panzer Grenadier Company for Janko. As we know with the 2-5-1, but meaning is he also able to get the pack out. You don't see much of that in 1 versus 1, so it's always fun to see a little bit of it in 2 versus 2. Well, we're dropping... Are we dropping Fallschirmjägers? We are indeed dropping Fallschirmjägers on these Pathfinders. What a beautiful lighting this map has. Nice work by the Spankosaurus. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it does offer AoE on a mobile platform in the early game, so... What can... Oh, look at this aggression. We've got the 8-Rad for Scotch. He's going straight in there for the Polston. It needs to use his extra wheels, but he can't get them down in time. And he's taken out by the 8-Rad. Also, the 250 Chariot of Fire is putting all kinds of work in. Engineers forced away. Scotch showing his power. Also, Janko the Pole. With an aggressive flurry of action in the west. You'll see on both sides of the map, they've pushed up. And we've got a bevy of actions for Scotch at the moment. He's all over the place. So, Ra11 and Niedi have some thinking to do. What can they do? What can they tech next? It's a good map, by the way, for combined healing, and that's what they've gone for there. And can't say we can see the same for DAC. Can anybody tell me, by the way, do DAC benefit from Wehrmacht headquarters healing? Is that a thing? Be interesting if it was. Gustatori. Oh, now upgrading their breakthrough. They do. Thank you, Newbie Snaith. They're upgrading their breakthrough package, so double flamethrowers soon. Fallschirmjägers. battling up. There's a nice nade. Causing a double retreat there for Ra11. Ra11, by the way, is a farmer, and we have to arrange these games so he can feed his cows. I am not making this up. Hans Grenadiers push in with Actrad, with 250 flamethrower, with Gostatori. Oh, and the Vickers is down. 8-Rad is dominant right now. He'll convert this. He'll take the machine gun for certain. What's coming out from the Allies? What do they have to offer? We've got the Stuart, but it's on the other side of the map. Niedi could have helped out there a little bit more, I feel, on Ra11, who kind of, well, they... Actually, it was Niedi's side, my bad, but he needed his Stuart to help himself out, rather. There's the stolen Vickers take going all the way back to base. Stuart has a lot of work to do. Brits are so difficult to get working sometimes. They are good, well, better in 2v2 scenarios, but they can get rolled in the early game. That's the danger with the Brits. We're only having 2 infantry squads as well. He's going for Stuart spam, it would seem. Janko, meanwhile, 2 Fallschirmjägers. Both of them in battles right now. 2 Fallschirm Pioneers, a Pack 40, and the Stummel, which has got Veterancy 1 now. Meanwhile, Scotch, he's building the Pack 38. And he's currently in operation with his gruesome twosome. Just having some fun. This is actually another 250 here. Looks like it's been towed by the 8-Rad. They do have a... Ah, here we go. The Stuarts found the Vet 2 250. Take it out. We've got Jaegers, though. Panzer Jaegers. Boys anti-tank. Pushing in. Bit of a more equal battlefield emerging. However, I must point out that Janko is winning his battle on this west side over here. Oh, the Stuart duo pushing away the MG there. Tell you what, this could be a nice win for Niedi. Grenade thrown. Oh, that could have been worse. The Stuart's now pushing in. Can he make a huge... Let's check out the centre in the meantime. Let's go back over to east. The Stuarts are trying to gain ground. This pack needs to reposition. There you go. Got a Marder coming out as well for Scotch. Not before time. Meanwhile, the centre has been won by the Axis. I want to see if any of the Northern Allies change camera position. So let's change over to the Allies, because I do think it's important to sometimes change camera. No one agrees with me, and neither of them have, it would seem. Let's take a look at this now. Take camera mode off. As we see, this is Niedi's position. As his Stuarts take out the Panzer Grenadiers with mortar support. They're gaining ground in the west. They're also pushing in the east for the victory point. But here comes the 8-Rad, the pack, to keep the Stuarts honest. 6-pounders ready. Central victory point neutral. Good fight here on Eindhoven. Very good fight. Thomas, a 2v2 expert in chat, is calling for a sniper. Not a bad option for... Oh. Both tanks go down there. Well, 8-Rad's not a tank, but it certainly acts like one. It's dead, that's for certain. Oh, there's the Gastatori on the flank, taking out the pack. Here come the Fallschirm Pioneers. Mortar's trying to fight back. Stuart reverses itself into position just to defend the point, but the 6-pounder's getting taken out, and there's the satchel. Oh, that wasn't going to survive, was it? Not with that much DPS on the go. Gastatori pushing in. Pathfinder's pushed away, surviving just about. Meanwhile, here come the Nepalese fighting men. Right, victory point's been taken. That's important. They need to stay in this battle. Because I can tell you one thing for certain. I think the victory points are the wrong... Actually, are they? Are the victory points the wrong way around or not in this one? No, they're not. They're the right way round. Wow! We are in for a treat here. The UI is correct, ladies and gentlemen. The UI is correct. Okay, 250... No. No, wait. The red is ticking down. Oh, yeah, the red is ticking down. Hang on. That's my bad. I got confused. I thought it was right for a change. I can swap it, though. There you go. Swap the victory points around. Here we go. Thanks, Dromeda. My brain on casting. It's a bit tiring talking for this long. You get a bit stupid. If I wasn't stupid enough already. Stummel. Having some funnel. Let's check out the kills on that bad boy. He's got 9 infantry kills, 1 vehicle destroyed. Not too bad for something I was denigrating earlier in this game. 250 having some fun. It's like the Allies are really struggling in this game 1, but it's still an open game, it has to be said. Supply drop utilised here. Let's change the overview there. We've got a bit of everything. Flares pushing down south now for the Allies. Back in the east. Royal Engineers forced off. They are capping the western victory point. This will actually put the tick in their favour for the first time in a long time.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Lot of vehicles here, and the ambulance is pushed up behind this fortress of natural obstacles to put a real nice pocket here for Scotch. I often remember in CoH3 the OKW trucks would go around here, or, well, yeah, about around there. So yeah, he's kind of emulating that in terms of map control and understanding. Here is our Scotch. What's that? Is that Captain Water? Yes, it is. From Ra11. What's this? We're building another 6-pounder here after the one got destroyed earlier on. So Niedi's at 58 pop cap. Ra11's at 68. Scotch at 59. Janko at 57. So it's all to play for. You can look at stats mid-game, I seem to understand. I'm pretty sure you can look at stats mid-game, right? Yeah, you can. You have to press this button, then pause, and then I really want to look at the stats mid-game. There we go. Okay, so we can see the KDs in front of us. See that Scotch is Janko's got the best KD, it would seem. Allies in familiar territory. And my favourite graph, as always, is points held, which shows it has equalised somewhat. There you go. And you can see the ebb and flow of the battle. Let's play and get back to things. Mortar finds the remaining Stuart there, forcing it back. Fuel-wise, Niedi has a massive fuel count, 170. Ra11 has 166, so they're ready to tech up now. Scotch has 88. Janko only has double-digit figures. Back in base, you can see that they're in late-game teching. We've got Panzer IV now built. Over here, you can see that the company command post or something's coming out for the Brits. What is that called? Ah, he got it right! Look at that, eh? He got something right, everybody. Hey. It does, doesn't it, Fergie? Well played in your games earlier. I won't spoil the winner, but well played, Fergie. You played well. In case anybody wants to watch it back on YouTube, of course. Ooh, we've got a cruise shock here. We've got an anti-tank gun shot grenade in there. These, I tell you, the rifles and caps is getting really deep into action there, but a hard retreat necessitated. Meanwhile, the Gurkhas are pushing in. Gastatori in danger. Panzerjäger's trying to defend them, but I don't know how much help they can be. 8-Rad also having to reverse away. Tell you what, Niedi's played a good game in the east. He's not been able to capture the castle, but who can on Eindhoven? It's very difficult unless you're against a weaker player. Tell you what, they don't have any anti-tank, but if they did, the 8-Rad would be in trouble. Look at the balls on these guys. Only one remains, but they wrecked a trail of devastation in front of them, mostly with their own squad, admittedly, but it was a trail. What is the Stuart thinking? Be careful, son. You're late to the party. Fallschirmjäger's pushing up the two of them. These barred rifles have got to be careful. Yeah, mortar's got to do its work. Fallschirmjäger's evade easily here. They are being spotted by the Jeep in reconnaissance mode. Nice support weapon army from Ra11. Oh, but he's being stumbled from afar from the Vet 2. Owie, my face. victory points firmly in the French and Polish hands. The resistance armies of the Second World War. Panzer IV hasn't seen that much action quite yet. But I'm still waiting on these fuel counts for Ra11. And there we go. We've got our first tank out proper from the Allies. It's a Matilda. Going to waltz down the centre of the map. How much support does it have? It has enough. Basically, 2 6-pounders. M1AT guns from the Americans. The Stuart's still alive. And we've got the double mortars of the Americans. And we've still got the Indian 4.2 inch as well. So, yeah, it's not a bad support line all in all. Strafe coming down here. Easily dodged there. I think he faced the shield the right way. If he did that deliberately, he's an absolute chad of Central Africa. Because that was a pretty cool move. Basically, if you're getting strafed, face the shield towards the plane. I mean, duh. It sounds so easy. I mean, I don't know if he did it deliberately. I usually reverse my AT guns everywhere.
Our tank crews will be better trained in no time.
Right then, we've gone for tank crew training for its Niedi, which I have to go into base to select this to see. There you go. Armoured vehicle training. He's going for every kind of training. He's just going back to school, basically. Good pressure from the Allies now. He's capturing the castle, and that's always a sign of good pressure. But here comes the angry swarm of hornets. That is the Deutsche Afrika Corps. 250 Chariot of Fire still operational. Matilda in a strong position there. Jaegers can't offer much resistance. Fallschirmjägers going for a walk in the countryside, it would seem. They should probably be fighting. There you go, board rifle behind heavy cover. Infantry training completed for its Niedi. Let's change to Ra11 for a while and see how big of an army he has. He has very low health. MG there needs to be ultra careful, but here comes the Matilda. He's helping out his teammate and keeping him going. Dak has recaptured the castle. That's Scotch, the best DVT player of all time, but not looking like it right now because they're kind of in their lower half of the map. And the Allies have the equator. Oh, we've got a strafe coming in here, pinning everything, and the Fallschirmjägers using the Luftwaffe support are getting in there. Here comes the Panzer IV as well. I can hear a Stuka, is that? Yes, I can. And that's a decrewed mortar. Well played there by the Stuka.
We're losing a victory point.
Nebelwerfer, sorry. Nebelwerfer, the fog thrower, of course. Wish I saw more of it in 1 versus 1. Maybe if we played on Famenville more often, we'd see more of it. Famenville, a good map for. There we go. We got the Hellcat out to Wrexham. Look at that. That's just so much on the field. So much colourful unit icons and devastation and stuff going on. Lovely. And he's going to go in with a Matilda. Panzer IV has to be careful. He's being scouted by the Jeep still. Meanwhile, Scotch's army is in full pomp and looking to romp down the eastern flank, it would seem. Gurkhali, Wedi. Pioneers very dead, thanks to the Matilda. Here they come. 8 Rad, Panzer III, Marder. And very dead Nepalese infantrymen, it would seem. Scotch is going in here, boys. Best 2v2 player of all time. 2v2 only player, I should say. Never even plays 1v1, just 2v2, just Scotch. And he's going into enemy base. He doesn't care. He wants this kill. He wants every kill he can get. Oh, he loses the 8 Rad as a result. The 250's still alive. What's Scotch thinking? Because the Crusader... The Crusader fights back! The infantry's in position, but he loses too much. Marder and Pack ready to take out the Crusader. How little did we know ye? Well, that was a very interesting attack by Scotch. He went balls deep there. He may lose the Gassatori. Doesn't want to do that. What a shot by the Bard Rifles. Meanwhile, Hellcat now in danger. Gassatori go down. Axis went all in there, but I don't think they got what they wanted. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's 6 oh dears. Let's pause it. Let's go to the stats and let's see army value. As we see the initial reports show that Scotch has lost a bit there. I wonder if that's up to date. I will check that back in a second, because I love the army value graph after a dive. Yeah. Okay.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
Well, another way to check it is Scotch's... he's down to 35. Lol. Janko's 89. Ra11 45. Niedi 45. So Scotch basically sacrificing himself for the Reich. Matilda's had a really good game so far. Bouncing shots off its frontal armor. Pretty similar to a Tiger in terms of frontal armor, by the way. Gurkhas have been called on yet again after they lost their lives before for Niedi. But in all that mayhem, bedlam and confusion, the Axis forces of Janko and Scotch have been able to cap the equator. Panzer III gonna survive. It's dice with death there. Suppressing the boys. And what's this we've got from Ra11? Recon Loiter being utilised to spot his opponent. Has he got enough capital to push in and take advantage of this position? Can he see enough of what he wants to see? Nebelwerfer returning fire. He's going to take out this AT gun possibly, but that's about it. Got a Browning that can be picked up there. In fact, it will be. There we go. Meanwhile, the castle was taken back by this naughty, naughty Pathfinder. We've got a strafe coming in on the recon section. As there, what a nice move by the Vet 2 now, Matilda. Taking out the... oh, it's the carpet bombing run! Destroys the ambulance, destroys the AT gun crew. Matilda laughs as the Hellcat pushes in against the damaged engine. Panzer looking to finish the job. We got the Stummel with a phosphorus shot. But this glorious MVP Matilda looking to finish the job. Hellcat gets his main gun traversal back soon. That's not a tree, that's a Matilda. He bounces the shot, however. Oh, Matilda exposing that side, exposing that rear. What's the Hellcat doing? You should have been helping here. He left the MVP Matilda to die. Oh. Matilda comes to save the Hellcat's life, and the Hellcat forsakes it. Meanwhile, we've got the Gurkhas pushing in, decrewing possible. Oh no, nearly. There's an airburst shell to help out, though. Victory point still ticking down against the Allies. The Axis have a huge, colossal victory point advantage. I've had to flip it round. The colours are wrong, but the sides are right. Mine detonates there. Pathfinders can heal, apparently, though. So that's alright, isn't it? Too much healing in this game, Relic! Relic! As Dane would say. Another Hellcat building for Ra11, who's proven himself to be a very selfish player indeed. I can't believe it. As long as he can look after his cows, he's okay. I shall, Thomas. I shall show Scotch's pop, which is at 46, and I also shall... I don't know what this plane's doing. Dropping... more supply drops. Let me just pause it a second as we go to the Statorinios. I want to show that Scotch drop on army value. Scotch is the purple guy. He dropped really low and he's not been seen since, really. Janko, meanwhile, his teammate has been holding the line. But now you'll see that Ra11 is matching Scotch. So it's not that bad. But if you look at this, Janko lost his entire western side on the points held. Ra11 took it off him. So you can see that Ra11's taken all of Janko's territories. And meanwhile, Scotch is able to battle against Niedi. So it seems to me that Scotch had enough manpower float to rebuild his army pretty quickly. But yeah, it's still all to play for there. In some senses, especially on the victory points count. I would disagree with your assessment, Thomas. I think this game is still open. And that said, we do have a lot of tanks now. We've got 2 Hellcats. one Matilda versus Scotch having Panzer 3, a Marder, Janko with 2 Panzer 4s. So that's what I'm saying. As long as Scotch can somehow rebuild... Well, he's got 2 Gastatori as well. He's got a very small army. It's somehow 46 pop cap. And he's currently retaking the east. He needs to get rid of this capping infantry section.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
300 points now remaining for the Axis. The game has some legs, I agree with Oziligath, but they need to outplay their opponents for a while and get back into it. Stummel's still alive. Hellcat's pushing in. Panzer IV's backing up. Oh no, the Hellcats are going to go for the Stummel. Phosphorus shot from the Stummel keeps them in place, saving the Panzers. The Stummel died for this. Can the Stummel survive? The Stummel survives! Oh, that's amazing! Oh, what's this, though? I see yellow smoke. You don't want to eat that? That's just the mortar from the captain. Red smoke you really don't want to eat. Oh, that was awesome! Well played by Janko there. Our Polish hero. Meanwhile, Fallschirmjägers getting forced off by the veteran squads there. Allies holding 3 victory points temporarily. And the Axis now below the halfway point. You can see that kills. Scotch has 77. Niedi 70. Ra11 50. Janko 87. Who is Janko? Don't tell me it's Kimbo. I doubt it. There's more than one Polish person in the world, I assure you. Hellcat down and out. Nice recrew by Janko, who's playing really well right now. Imagine that, Scotch and Kimbo together. What a team that would have been. What is this coming out of base? We've got another Panzer 3 getting its MG34. What have we got coming out here in the north? Just a Hellcat being repaired for now. Yeah, he dodges the rifle nade. Can he dodge the mortar, though? No, it's rock in a hard place. I'd rather eat a mortar round than a rifle grenade. Oh, there's the Matilda as well. This is a very expensive loss. Matilda misses his follow-up. The turret's traversing, however, he's stationed. Oh, my God! Stationary accuracy! Owie, my face! Oh, Panzer IV gets a measure of revenge, however. What's happening? Matildas today. My Matildas never do this airburst barrage. Doing a lot of work as well. Meanwhile, Scotch is pushing back in the east. Good game so far. Very good game. I'm enjoying this series. I'm enjoying it a lot. This, well, that AT gun didn't stand a chance. Attack moved his face off. The purple tanks are ready to go in. They need to save the day. They have such a good victory point score, though. It has looked to me that the Axis had this for a portion of the game. Nebelwerfer. Werfing. It's always worth to go for a Werf. Pack 40 finds the side armor. Hellcat's going to repossess. Oh, Hellcat in a hard place there. Triangulated. Panzer IV misses a shot there. Didn't need to do that. Can the Hellcats? No, it can't. Both members synchronized diving. In the east or the center, rather. The Panzer Jaegers trying to cap for the Reich because their victory points are getting awfully low now. 125 and dropping. Gastatori and the Panzer Army pushing in. We've got a bunker. I haven't seen that since bloody SNF 4. Aimstrong won a bloody finals game with that once. Building a bunker randomly, but this is a very different situation. Here come the AT guns, the Matilda. Ooh, the return of the Gurkhali getting a kill there. You don't pronounce it that way in a carpet bombing run. Let's get a clutch cinematic. No, we need to focus on this battle, to be honest. Cinematics be damned. Bombs, 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 explosions. We have to focus on this. He's killing it. Another bunker of Ra11. He has population cap. I wouldn't have gone for bunkers personally. This is why. They kind of get deleted quite easily. Gastatori neutralised the point. We've got a clutch cap in the east. That's Fallschirmjäger Well, normal pioneers, actually. This is DAC we're talking about. It's Panzer pioneers, apparently. MG34 could have been done with being crewed there. The Axis are fighting back. Here we go, double 6-pounders. Let's change perspective. We've got Niedi over here. We've got Scotch over there. He's taking out the cash and not the stubble. How can the stubble keep surviving? Look at that phosphorus stuff. It's amazing. I love the stubble. The stubble's awesome. Go Panzer 3. Go Panzer 3. Attack ground, Scotch. I know you can do it. Oh, he's in enemy territory now. He's gone too far. He's getting blocked in by a ghosted bunker. Oh dear, he's in a... Oh. He just should have stopped when he had the chance. Panzer 4's meanwhile going in. There's 3 of them. That's a Panzer's Wolf of action in the west as a Stuka obscures our view for a third of a second. Oh my, airburst shells above as the Panzer 4 goes in. Everything's backing up. The victory points are being capped by the Axis. No, by the Allies in the east, by the Axis in the west. It's all to play for. 53 victory points remaining for Scotch and Janko. 70 for Niedi and Ra11. Wow, what a game this is. What a start to the series. We're loving it. This is what we came here for. As the Stern Pioneers used to say. I miss Stern Pioneers. What a unit that was. Amazing balancing. If you thought Stern Pioneers were OP, that was basically the biggest noob thing you could say in the community. That was what separated people, like veterans from noobs, basically. It was like a classic, wasn't it? Almost like a Flash Thunder reply. Are noobs OP? And then you find out if they have a pulse or not, basically. Double Gastatory, that's 4 flamethrowers! This is Hades! And you're going to burn in an inferno of fire. Panzer 3 is going to have to deal with this. Can the Royal Engineers plant the mine in time? Can they do it? I don't think so, you know. This is an important battle. They're not going to win. They need more. What does Ra11 have left? He's got 55 pop cap, but not enough in the west. Currently occupies the centre, though. Stummel could finally die. No, it can't. That's only... Oh, dear. Matilda's in jeopardy. Panzer 3's trying to get round the sides. Oh, the double 6-pounders are ready, however. But the Matilda's not got that big of a cannon. It's only like a 2-pounder, is it? Or something like that. Couldn't even give an American a coronary heart attack, the 2-pounder. Needs more than that to take out a German tank. That's for certain. Right then, what's happening with the Wehrmacht of Janko? He's been the best player for my money so far. Nebelwerfers happening, throwing fog, fiery death all over these units. There's the very, very good M1A Eagles. Ra11 needs to react more quickly, and he's getting strafed as well. Losing all of his AT guns. Can Janko push in with the Panzer IVs now? Finish the game off, perhaps. Meanwhile, we've got Matildas in operation against pretty much everything in the east. Oh, the mine detonates! That was awesome from the Matilda. Now exposing that thick, juicy rear, but the Marders can't get round. Oh, and there was a triple 6-pounder taking out the Marders. Oh dear, what a play there from the Brit player Niedi. Scotch being beaten on his side of the map. What's going on? Victory points wise, 32 versus 50. This is anybody's to play for. Oh, and it looks like Scotch is going out now. Matilda, 1 shot away. Can it get it? Yes, it can. You wee shites. Oh, the Gastatory as well. Yes, they're Gastatory as well. Scotch is down to these 2 units. Oh dear. Meanwhile, Janko has 70 pop cap. He can still fight, but Scotch not left with much at all. Is the Frenchman Rusty? Is the greatest 2v2 player of all time Rusty? It would possibly seem so. He's not had a good one this game. He's lost all too much. His 1 Gastatory! His 1 Gastatory going in! He dared to be great. Oh, maybe it was too late. Fallschirmjäger's dropping in the centre. This is a victory point struggle if I've ever seen one before. Let's keep an eye on Janko's army. He's still got 2 Panzer IVs. Got Story going down. 2 Panzer IVs, but they're going to... Oh, the waltz of the Matildas going in. He's trying his best. We've got Recon giving eyes above, showing all these weakened units as the Allies pour it on him. Fallschirmjäger possibly going to die. Yes, they are. The Matildas have dominated this game. You wait till you see the efficiency of the Matildas. And GG has been called. The arguable underdogs have won 1-0 to the Austrian Oaks in Game 1. Let's go to the live match statistics, see the army values. By the way, if you call GG, it's over. I don't cast past that. It's BM to continue, to be honest. But, okay, we'll carry on. Nebelwerfer continuing to fire, taking out loads of support weapons. We know Scotch has barely anything anyway. But yeah, Master League rules dictate if you call GG, the game is over.
Enemy riflemen have engaged. Return fire.
I should probably say to the players, you must follow Master League rules. Remember the ML? That was a good day with the good days, eh? GG. And finally, it's over. Good stuff. Good Game 1. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Let's check out those units. We got a lot to go through. This is Scotch, who had... he lost a lot. Bloody 90 to 115. Ow. Okay. But yeah, unit-wise... Yeah, he lost a lot there. Let's check out his Brit opponent. Yep, I want to see those vehicles. I want to see that Matilda. Look at... Well, it's not as good as I thought, actually. 2.4. 69 infantry kills. Not bad at all, really. Not bad at all. And he's tired now. I'm old. I'm old AF. Hopefully we've got a lot of viewers. 242 watching. Yeah, Fallen, most likely. Every BM thing you can think of, Kimbo probably did at one point or another. But he was a damn good player. So that's why we kept him for so long. Till it was untenable. We got a good 6 years out of him, though. It was nice, not 6, maybe 4 or 5. Something like that. No problem, Doozerman. I hope you're enjoying your stay. First time chat from Doozerman there. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm tiring myself out. I've got to go to my dad's for Christmas later in 2.5 hours' time. So I'm going to be knackered for that. But yeah, it was a very good Game 1. I'm very happy to have cast it. And we've got Scotch, Janko. It's double Brits for Game 2. Nice. I'm going to sit here and acquiesce for a moment. Just chill my brain. Because I've got a lot of work to do in Game 2. I should probably check my phone. Maybe I've had some messages. Actually, no. No one likes me. Maybe they eat some worms. Have we had any subscriptions or anything coming through? I do thank you very much. You can see if we've had any patrons coming through as well. Not today, but we do have 68 paid members right now, which is really nice. It does support me as a creator as well these days. It's not just for funding the games, but it does also form... I agree, Ferrigy. I really like 2s, but that's what I'm doing. This is a really good way to do 2v2, because 2v2 tournaments are aids to run. They're literally aids on a plate. So this is a really good way to do 2v2, like this extended King of the Hill style format. For the Tag Team Champions of the World! Thanks for the subscription, Doesman.
Tasty num-nums.
As I sometimes call it. But yeah, if you've got any Prime subs, go for it. I mean, I'm trying to make my hobby a little bit more profitable, so I can prove to my wife, when we have a kid in July, that there's a reason Daddy keeps casting. You know. I will be a very attentive father, don't get me wrong, but I at least want to do some casting every week, or some Company Heroes every week. So, yeah. I don't want to show much Dirty Finish because he plays too much Co. So I wouldn't be able to get the practice time in to give him a game, sadly. I've never played enough Co to be good at Co, sadly. But yeah. I would have been up for that. If I like wasn't married and having a kid, I would probably challenge him to a show match, knowing I was going to lose, and then practice loads, and then lose with honour. But sadly, no, I can't. I just don't have the time to get good at Co, unfortunately. I can, like, get to a level, especially Soviets CoH2, maybe US CoH3, I'm thinking. I might be able to crack top 150 in CoH3 with US, I'm thinking. But, ha! As Illigath, yeah, no. No, it's fine, Ipkai, yeah, I know. I'm just slouching in my chair a bit. The perfect sitting posture is here. And it's better to have the mic in line with my mouth, because then the, you pick up on the bass. You don't want to not pick up on the bass. Anyway, I was thinking of names for my future child. What about SS Rommel Loveness Panzer Champion? No, it needs Master League in there. Something like that. Yeah, I'm purposely resting my brain a little bit before I do cost. True, can't be SS, true. XX Co-Master, there you go, Armand, that's better. Sustrooper. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, let's have a little look at the old Stream Elements activity. Barton's a good name. I'll just call him Barton. But yeah, thanks for the subscriptions I've had this stream. K-Pen. I'll replay that one. I didn't see that earlier. Thank you, K-Pen. And we've also had Opalanka. So 4 subscriptions total. Much appreciated. And wow, look at some of the stuff. And Roffle Lamau as well. Thank you, sir. Look at some of the crap games you can currently get sponsored for. Warhammer. 40,000 Tacticus. Wow, Tacticus sounds tactical. I've done that before. I've done HelloFresh. That's a very easy way to make money. You basically just get your family members to get HelloFresh boxes and you pretend you got them for your stream. Ah, Blendkopfer. Yeah, good name. Oh, yeah, I did the HelloFresh thing 3 times. I did streams, and then it was all my family having HelloFresh boxes. I made so much money. It was... I made, like... Oh, gosh. I don't want to go into it too much and say the figures. But, yeah, it was good. But they were legit buys. These people had legit trials. They paid their own $20. I didn't give them the money back through a back channel. Ooh, Kimbo's in chat. Kimbo. How's your career as a financial analyst going, Kimbo? Right. Let me just have a quick wheelie billy with us, and then we'll get on with game 2. Kimbo, if you want to cast with me, I'm always up for that. You're a very good caster. Kimbo was banned by the Master League patrons at the time. Would I have him back for a cash game? Maybe. One day. Maybe one day. I don't rule it out. I don't rule it out. Right then. Okie dokie. Pig and a pokey. No, just the old 10 bans over the community and developer. that accumulated. Right, clicking replay, watching replay. Let's go. Casting CoH3. Right, let's do the overlays because the team on the left are 1-0 up. And CoStats has put them on the wrong way round, so I'll change that now. Beautiful. And that should do the job, to be honest. Alrighty then! 3, 2, 1, let's go! In game 2 of CoH3 2v2 Championship of the World. For the this will decide who faces Zulu Smoko in a 2v2 showdown next month at Coastal Mania. God damn it! Biggest thing in Company Heroes 3 right now. And I'm just going to chill cast for a little bit to get my energy back. Right, let's get our perspective. So Ra11 is on the left. He's Wehrmacht. Hell of a player. He's up against the Western player who's Brits, and the Eastern player is also Brits. So we've got double Brits in Scotch and Janko. But it's Janko on the left against Ra11's Wehrmacht. On the east side, we have the Deutsch Africa Corps as Niedi. Deutsch Africa Corps is up against Scotch. So Scotch again is on the eastern side of the map. He just loves that castle, basically. And if you didn't catch it, we had an awesome game 1. So let's hope game 2 can be equally as good, if not better.
Infantry are in reserve. They await deployment.
Ra11. Here's our Western Wehrmacht player. He's going for Coastal Reserves this game. We didn't actually see that last game, in that we saw Luftwaffe. Niedi is going for armoured support. Maybe some Flammen Panzer III. Who knows? Scotch has chosen Air and Sea Battle Group. I'm liking it. Janko, meanwhile, has gone for Indian Artillery Battle Group. Excited. I want to remind myself what some of these battle groups do. I know that sounds like a noob thing to say, but maybe I'm a noob. Keep an eye on some of these battles that are emerging. And we're going to check out Scotch, who's got Air and Sea. So that's the Commandos, LMGs. Let's check out this engagement over here. Coastal versus Grenz. More infantry section joining the fray. He's trying to keep his own cut-off. Can he keep it? Oh, look at that from the 250 as well, putting the pressure on. They're going for an early knockout win. I'm going to go back to hypecasting mode because this looks dangerous. He wasn't actually able to take the cut-off, but he had a good job trying. Coastals are actually looking to fight over here, it would seem. Needs to get around the side of that Vickers. He's within the cone of fire right now. You need to get used to this map, Zulu. You will have to play on it in January. One of the best 2v2 maps of all time. But I really want to see Declare back, and I want to see Elst Outskirts back. I don't care about Rails and Metal. I don't want to see it. But those three are my favourite 2v2 maps. Declare, Elst, and Eindhoven, I would say. Yeah, we don't want to see Rails. It was too narrow. And too boring, quite frankly. 2v2 maps have to have a bit of width. I also do not want to see Crossing in the Woods back, or Bo3 Châtelet if you're a CoH1 player, because that's what it's called in CoH1. Don't be silly, White Duck. Although I do understand you joking, and I find you incredibly funny. No, no, Ferrigy, please not Mince Pocket. Can I, guys, tell you my favourite Mince Pocket anecdote? Other than the you know, user object not defined in the centre pink box or whatever it is. Oh, we got the 250 conversion. Let's go. You sexy thing. Bit of grey shot camera work there. But no, my favourite Mince Pocket anecdote is I was once casting a 2v2 game. Brosras Artovik versus, I want to say like Thoton Thanatos or something. And it was the most boring series of all time. And I pretended I had a family emergency and I quit casting it halfway through. Like, during a tournament. Like, it was somebody else's tournament I was covering. It was that bad. That's what Mince Pocket means to me. So if you were there in 2018 or 17 and you remember a cast where I had about 200 odd viewers and I did that, yep, it was fake. I didn't really have a family emergency at all. It was just very boring. And that's why I didn't like 2v2 in CoH3 at times. It needed really aggressive players to be interesting for me. If it had defensive players, it was literally like watching paint dry. Paulson on the rampage, reversing that Beyonce booty into action. That moment when you're... Oh, he gets damaged engine, but they take each other out in unison. Nice. RAF's finest are dropping down here. Is that a bit of commandos? That's right, as me and Aimstrong used to call them when I used to watch him play on Discord. Mandos! Like an over-enthusiastic child with minor learning difficulties. Which is pretty much my school experience from personal experience, so don't worry, I'm not being disableist there. Mandos! Let's go!
Commandos are on station and ready.
Mandalorians is another good one, Awaga, I like that. Mandos, Mandos. What else we got going on? We've got Tommy's getting way too aggressive. We've got a defensive lines being designated in this circle. No one's allowed in my safe space from now on. Mandos get an engine damage critical. Assault Grenadiers are going to fight the mano a mano. Stens versus MP40s, the ultimate submachine gun off, which is also a Russian friend of mine.
Short light tanks requisitioned. Stand by.
While we've filled out the purchase order on SAP, and we've had it approved by 2 managers, meaning we can now get Stuarts. They are ready to be requisitioned. Who knew that CoH could be so admin-based? Coastals killing the Mandos on retreat. I'm very interested to see their reinforcement cost. Oh, we've had a death there for Niedi. Scotch and Janko are fighting back. I did say I'd go and see the reinforcement cost of the commandos, didn't I? And it's 31. It's not that bad, actually. Could be worse, couldn't it? We've got a mortar at 250 conversion. We've got Panzerjäger building. We've got a Stuart on its way. What else is going on? Janko has a Humber on its way. And Ra11 is happy with his very infantry-based Wehrmacht army. You've got Panzer Grenadiers, which you rarely see. Of course, wanting the Pack 40s. That's an Aktrad. Using its antennae to give itself cancer, which is a true story, by the way. Panzer Grenadiers pushing up. 6-pounders being surrounded. This is a really aggressive play from Niedi. He's getting really close into enemy combat. Here comes the Stuart against the 8-Rad. We've got nothing to defend itself. 8-Rad's down. What's happening in the west? Let's check it out. Coastals versus Tommy's pushing in. Humber support. Janko and Scotch are fighting back against the overly aggressive Austrians. I heard a story about an overly aggressive Austrian once. It didn't end well. Painted the carpet in an interesting new colour of brain. Humber getting into it. Looking to upset the... We've got the artillery officer coming out as well now. The Wizard. AECO Wizard is the emote of choice in chat if you want to really emote about a wizard. Tommy's pushing in, but they can't do much. Neither can the Marder. They're just looking at each other. Right then, what's happening over here in the east? Stewart, Vickers, Brend up Tommies. I love to see him when I play Brits. If I survive the first 10 minutes, I get Brens on my Tommies and go Crusader spam, and I always win. It's just, I never survive the first 10 minutes. That's the sad thing. Where's that officer? Oh, here he is. You shall not pass. You shall die. Finally going to get their own cut-off here. Probably a good idea from the Frenchman. Oh. Oh, he's casting a spell. Expelliarmus! Get out of there. Humber continuing to proliferate the Wehrmacht with fire. And what a blap that was from the mortar of Janko. It's a 4.2 inch doing its work. Meanwhile, in the east, we've got an 8-rad rebuild going up against the Vickers behind heavy cover. He should be fine. Marder, Assault Grens ready to push in. Vickers choosing now to retreat, but has to pack the weapon up. Could actually die. Goes through the archway, past the ramparts, and survives. Back in the centre, Tommies have pushed up. Behind heavy cover, we've got a little low health. Tommy's over here as well. Gurkhas versus Panzergrens. Oh, mine and 4.2 inch mortar combine. And nearly kill the Schwein. Officer capping. That's unlike him. He usually stands behind a tree and throws artillery down. Mandos have not been very Mando-y for me. They're fake Mandos, IMO. What's happening in base? You can see it there. No big upgrades yet. Neither have we here. Got well, he's just changed. He's going for the tractor. Gonna do some agricultural smoke deploying. Gurkhas have to get out of there. And indeed they do. And here's the Stewart to help them out. Purple and red against green and blue. In this game, are the victory points correct on this one? I see one victory point capped for the red player. And I see blue ticking down. They're the right way round. Let's go. That mortar is this one here. And we've also got this one here. Mortar half track. Not too shabby.
We're losing a victory point.
Stop being overly negative about CoH3 and enjoy the game, please, is my call to chat. I want optimism. Blind optimism in chat, please, about CoH3. No more, oh, this is so shit designed. Wah, wah, wah. Get over it. It's a mad game for a mad world. And you have to be mad to play it. And I'm mad to enjoy it as well. So I only want madness from now on, please. Thank you.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
Mando's pushing in. Panzergrens struggling to survive there. Assault Grens going through the centre. Seems like this game's got so many legs. We might as well just like call it a daddy long legs and wait for it to desiccate in the airing cupboard. I wonder how many kills the Humber has. It has 3, only 3, but it's done a lot of work just being a nuisance, hasn't it? The recon section has to back away. I tell you what, there's some friendly fire on the coastals there. Sultan's pushing up. Humber pushing them back. In the east, we have the Stewart going past the castle. He's up against the 8-rad. What a beautiful, iconic cinematic that is. Ah! Mortar hitting the tank on the top. Mortars were a direct counter to tanks, and they still are to this day. But not so much in Company Heroes lore. Kind of like, they do more damage in CoH3, it has to be said, than the previous games. Anthrax in chat. He was meant to be playing in this series, but he had to back out, unfortunately, as did his teammate Spanky. They're on a cooldown now of 5 years before they can next play. Assault Grand's pushing up. Commando's finally going to do something. Go, Mandos! Why are they so underwhelming? The shadow of the 8-Rad is pushing them off. Elsewhere in the west, we've got the Humber getting around the side of the pack. Oh, the pack's facing the right way. No, the Humber. Halt order there. Halt! He's smoking himself. What a G. I love him. Ah! Bait and switch. Flip. Reverse it. He's keeping the aggression on. However, Coastals do have that weird anti-tank grenade. Oh, no. And they die. In the east, Niedi going up against the Stuart. Double mortar 250s. Interesting. Matilda was the MVP of the game 1. Can it be the same in this game 2? What a series we're watching. I'm really enjoying these 2v2 battles in CoH3. I think they're just the right amount of awesome. On this map, I can actually cast it a little bit better as well. I understand what's going on. The minimap's much more easy to read now as well. Back in the day in CoH3, rather, it was awful. I'd actually say it's better than CoH2's minimap now, in terms of readability, and that's coming as somebody with very poor eyesight. I can actually see it very well, which is good. Jaegers go in. There they go. They get the homing grenade on. Cruise shock. 8-Rad. Not going to be able to finish the job. Meanwhile, on the west side, we've got Janko pushing up. Let's flip the player portraits. Get an idea of the other armies. When is Ra11 going to start building the Atlantic Wall? There we go. There we go. An MG42 bunker. That'll help. Here come the Brendup Tommies. Is that a defensive line I see? Seems like it. Ooh. Matilda pushing in. We've got double mortars. Sacre bleu. That's the reconnaissance tractor, just giving really nice vision and allowing all of these forces to synergize. The Austrian team of Ra11 and Niedi are having a bloody good show of things so far. They're already 1-0 up and they could be heading to Coastal Mania. Ooh, Typhoons are available. Anti-tank rocket loiter could be coming. He's got a lot of munitions, says Scotchy boy. Somehow that machine gun survived. Mortars push up. Matilda backs off. Back in the west. Oh, there's the artillery officer doing his work. Owie. Vet 3 on the coastals, Vet 2 on the artillery officer, giving buffs to all of his friends. Panzerjäger's capping in the east. We've got... everything's pushed up now from Niedi. Artillery flares coming down. And it's going to be a triple... Oh, no, it's not. He's got the machine gun in position. Panzer 4 now out for Ra11. Pact of steel for its Niedi. They have really cheap tanks. In fact, we're already seeing very cheap tanks. Even cheaper now. Bloody hell, grenades, the call here. Ow! That could have been worse, though. Because the MP40s weren't quite within range to finish the job. If they had sprint a la CoH2 assault friends, I definitely could see a squad wipe there. Panzer 4 forcing off the MG. Victory points are level. There you go, the level. 257, 254. Pretty much level anyway, within a reasonable tolerance. Let's just look at the beautiful, beautiful tap map for a while. See everything pushing up from the Austrian Oak team of the south. 2 engagements currently. Looks like Axis are losing both of them. Sorry, the Brits are losing both of them. And Matilda out now for Scotchy boy. That's 2 Matildas total. He's just lost an MG, however. And here come the Hawker Typhoons. Oh, nice shot there. And another. Can they follow up? No, the Matildas are just too slow. Needs to be careful of that infantry section. Because the Storstruppen are putting in the work. They take out a Vickers there. More strafing support. Overlapping circles of death. Engage. Stewart leads the way, but he's led the way into 2 mortars. Can he get round the side? No, he can't. Matilda's backing up. That's a misplay possibly from Scotch there. Oh dear. Takes out the tractor though. Elsewhere in the west, you can see it's Janko taking on Ra11. Oh, they couldn't cap a victory point, sadly, for them. Meaning they're lower than their opponents by a significant margin for the first time this game. 357 plays 283. We're going to go for a resource cache, strangely enough. I wonder why that is, that resource cache. That, no? To do this, I need to find the engineers, surely. Why does it say resource cache? How bloody odd. He's going for Bishop next, is Scotch. I told you he likes artillery in 2v2s. I told you that at the start of game 1. Oh, thank you, Scholar. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. I must say I haven't really played this battle group very much. No, you're probably right, dude. Triple mortars. Ran out of targets because the infantry is keeping his tanks alive. The Axis forces are getting really aggressive now. The double mortars of Janko. The double mortars of... Sorry, the double Crusaders of Janko. The double Matildas of Scotch. Coastals could get taken out. If he either goes stationary, he'll get better accuracy. That might be a squad wipe now. There you go. That's what you want to do. Panzer Grenadiers in a spot of bother. They're dead. That's a double wipe in quick succession. The Allies might be down on their luck. They're down a game in this best of 3, but they've just gotten 2 juicy wipes in quick succession. Foot Guards of Scotland pushing into the central capping circle of the victory point there. Here they come again, those Crusader boys. 7-man coastals. Looking to get vision for any anti-tank that can help out. Foot Guards die! They were barely alive! That could be a bazooka on the assault grenadiers. Can he see? I think the tree's in the way. Foot Guards are expensive. Didn't need to lose them. We've had a very messy game. I think they're a little bit tired after game 1 or something. It's been a bit of a messier game, this one. And not in the Lionel sense, more in the a lot of things are dying sense. Infantry's pushing down south of Scotch. She's going to get to that eastern victory point, it would seem. Double mortars and assault grens lead the way in the centre, keeping the victory point situation in Austrian control for the Reich. It is high velocity fire from the mortars, indeed. Another Matilda pushes in. There's another mortar there. There's a mortar for every occasion. Right, there's the capping from Scotch in the east. We're getting a push in from Janko in the west. And what do we see coming? Another Panzer IV from Ra11. Meanwhile, Niedi, he's got his 3 mortars, and he seems pretty happy with that. But he's getting armoured reserves. I thought he might be. Can I just say, like, people say I'm a complete noob, and I am terrible at the game, but my game sense is good. I just had an idea in the back of my mind. Oh, wait. He hasn't got enough on the field. He's going Tiger. And I was right. I was actually right about something. Do you know, I'm going to tell my mum. Mum? Yeah, it's maths. No, I was just right about something in Company Heroes. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, once a year. About once a year. That's right. Yeah, once a year. Fantastic stuff. He's going Tiger. He's going Tiger. Exciting stuff there. Here come the planes. He's with... Oh, the Marauders take a bit of a blow there, but they're going to survive, it would seem. Tiger. I don't care, Fergie. I don't care if it makes no sense. Tiger, baby. Let's go. It's their Germanic blood. They're just drawn to heavy tanks that make no sense in the situation. Crusaders on a crusade over here. But they're being hit by the pack. 40. Double Panzer IVs push in as well. Can they take out? We do have 6-pounders ready to avert the danger. Can he take out one Crusader's all he wants? One Crusader all he needs, but he misses! And he gets it with an attack around a max range. Here we go. Another Crusader on the rear side, hitting him in the side. The 6-pounders turning around to face the... There's the officer. So clutch. And he's able to defeat the Vickers as well. The Pintle mounts and the main gun finally take out the 6-pounder there. Meanwhile, the heir of air and sea has finally finished casting its own spell from the skies above there. Panzer IV, a gruesome twosome if I've ever seen one before, lies on its Niedi. I want to see if he actually is able to go Tiger. Yeah, it has armoured reserves, but it's 800 manpower, 240 fuel, so he's quite a bit away, let's say. Panzer IV momentarily down there, but he's going to be safe. Meanwhile, the Pak 40 survived the Gurkha's grenade assault. Not the most powerful grenade assault in the game, it must be said. Stostrupen's is much more powerful, as an example. Needs some repairs on this Panzer. Crusaders in. What's Scotch been up to in this time? His Matildas just haven't quite been active enough, and the support maybe not quite good enough. Maybe that... Oh, when one Matilda goes down, the triple mortar team getting the killing blows, and GG has been called! You have your contenders! It's the Austrian Oaks of Ra11 and his mate is Niedi. It's Insane Niedi. Insane. I'm going to call him. They have won this best of 3. They will fight. They will fight against the reigning champions, Smoko and Zulu, in January at Costa Mania. GG's well played. 2v2 was more exciting than 1v1 today, which makes me want to do a best of 5 2v2, but I know that's just insane. It was a great series. Well played to them. Winning cash. I've told them they can withdraw it in January because that makes them tied into my system. But they will get a cash for every win today. I'm not going to spoil the 1v1 results in case you want to watch it on YouTube. Oh, I think 2v2 is more exciting. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I really am. And in CoH3, I hated 2v2. Well, I didn't hate it. I needed extremely good elite level players to make it exciting, like Kimbo Azument versus Loveness, DevM or some shit. Nagano, Scotch, whatever. If it wasn't the best, it was kind of meh for me. But in CoH3, I think it's more insane and more exciting as a result. Yeah, Nubius, I would agree. I mean, 2v2 in CoH2 is great to play. I'm just on about to cast. Like, to cast it was a chore at times, I'm going to be honest. Some of the best casts I've ever done have been 2v2 casts from CoH2. In fact, I would say one is in my top 5. That famous Von Aston game I watched. I can't remember the players. But, yeah, that was good. And Zulu, I hope you're going to be training, dude, because let's make 2v2 a thing in CoH3, just like it was in the times gone by. And I think we've got a really good format. This tag team format, what we're doing is the championship format, where it's like winner stays on, is really cool, in my opinion. That's not true, Nubius. I can point you in the direction of some amazing casts, to be honest. I cast some amazing 2v2 games, but it had to be the best players, unfortunately. And I need to do something to create some buffer zone in for this YouTube video, because I'm recording to file and I just want to upload it straight from file to YouTube in time for Christmas. Oh, there were some amazing games, but I'm absolutely zonked out now. So yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll just record some kind of waiting screen. I might replay game 2 for my viewers. But if anybody wants to play some CoH3 for us now, I will raid you on Twitch. So if anybody wants to play some CoH3, please do so. I'm happy to raid anybody. Not Dexen, because he's in my bad books after yesterday. He spoilt the result of the game I wanted to cast. He just came in and said, "Oh, they've pride posted me." Meaning, we lost, so I couldn't cast the game. Nope, I refuse. Has to be somebody other than Dexen. I will forgive him, but if I could raid Dirty Finisher, I would. Sadly, I can't, so I shan't. But he's banned me in his chat, so he doesn't like it when you give him abuse back. He only likes abusing other people. He doesn't like shit back, which is the sign of a real man, clearly. If, you know. No one's banned in my chat, I don't think. I don't think I've got anybody banned. Asher is! Oh, okay, let's raid Asher. That's a good idea. Ray CoH3, is it? In... How do I get to Asher's channel? Somebody get me his channel for me? I thought it was Ray CoH3, but I've just... Oh, no, I've spelt it wrong. My bad. Yeah. Let's go watch Asher. Let's go. Alright, thanks, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put some fake footage up for the next half an hour. But for the stream, thank you for the people that subbed. Thank you for the people that tuned in. It's been a bloody good laugh, and we've had a good time. We are going to raid the mighty Asher Blah and thank him for playing CoH3. And hopefully we can get him to play some cash games in our everlasting series that we'll be doing for the foreseeable future. But thanks for watching. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas, guys. Cheers. And goodbye. So if you're still watching this on YouTube, we're just going to... I might just leave Asher Blah's stream running. How about that? I raided him, so I paid for the footage. Yeah, I might just chill out with you guys for a bit, to be honest. I'll lower my microphone down a bit so I can chill. So what's he doing? His teammate's not having the best time. He's not even getting out of his 250. Seems he didn't need to. Yeah, we'll just leave some footage up of this for a while. I mean, it is 2v2 after all. AE reacts. There you go, that's a bit better. A half track of the Americans, it seems. I'm gonna go put more washing out. Hang on.
Light infantry on station.
Moving to capture. Fallschirm Pioniere, we have move orders.
units have secured our territory from us.
Fallschirmpioniere, ready for order. They've spotted us! We move! Fuck! Enemy infantry!
To be honest, guys, I'm going to take the webcam off now. I'm going to chill out. I've given you enough entertainment, hopefully, and have a very, very Merry Christmas, YouTube subscribers. I'm going to leave you with some footage of Ray playing 2v2. And yeah, have a very, very Christmas. Cheers and goodbye.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Enemy infantry! Return fire! Give us order! Quickly now! Move! We hear you! Jäger! Capture that position! Into it! Ready! Marshals! Get up your asses! Awaiting a target! Lock down that sector! Eyes open! Fallschirmpioniere, ready for orders.
Victory point lost.
I want dispersal to cover if we come under fire. Help and your feet, pioneers! Bo3 and crew, ready. I want those to work. Pioneers ready. You need a Bo3 crew.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Standing by. Jäger, check that building. We can send out a forward position in due course.
A capture point is being overrun.
Jawohl. We're ready for anything. Fallschirmpioniere, ready for move orders. MG-42 and I've got the gun. Carrier, don't lag behind. Fallschirmpioniere, ready for we're capturing the territory. We're ready. We're leaving, Jäger. Fallschirmpioniere, we have move orders. I want defensive positions around the capture point. We're ready. Awaiting a target. This is enemy territory. Stay alert. I know it's heavy. Just moving. Covering you need area with the 42.
We will wrestle that point from them.
We have orders. Fallschirmpionier. That point must be captured. We have Fallschirmpionier. That point must be captured. No, they killed another! On station!
Luftwaffe combat groups can now be deployed. They await your word, Commandant. The enemy have taken our territory.
Building details! You need us, Fallschirmpionier. That point must be captured. Orders, resources taken. We need orders. Put us to work. We will get there. Fallschirmpioniere, it's a minefield now. Enemy infantry spotted us! Confirm! Reinhold, get on it! Assemble at HQ. Move. Running the attack. Fallschirmpioniere here! Yes, sir. Scheiße! Scatter! Fall back to HQ!
We have vehicles ready to be deployed. A squad of Jäger has been requisitioned.
Heading to designated waypoint. Moving on an operation. Don't leave the way. Show them how real touches fire. Ready. By ground orders. Flag puncher moving. Eyes on the sky. Stop firing. Stop. Fallschirmpioniere.
point is under enemy control.
Stay close to
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
We need relief! We can't stay here! Retreat!
Commandant, territory sector lost.
Ready to forward! What's your partner? We hear you!
Commandant, the day is yours.
online.
Pioneer, taking supplies and capturing ground.
Reservist on the move.
Send word. Over. Construction complete. We can requisition more infantry. Commandant, what's wrong?
Reserve infantry.
Securing the tools. Here we are. What is our assignment? Move orders. Resources captured. Bring up support.
I suppose you have need of us.
Pioneers.
Infantry are in reserve. They await deployment.
Just to work. How many pioneers does it take to capture a point?
MG-42 and crew available.
Pioneers ready. Defensive positions. There to the
My reserves await orders.
Send word. Over. Weapon team capturing. Put us hold here, pioneers. Taking direct fire! You need demolition?
We have Italian infantry arriving at the front.
Faltering! Defensive formation! Right here!
MG-42 and commandment.
Pioneers have secured
Arch north. Sold out.
MG-42 and crew
covering
ready.
ground. Send word. Over.
What needs to be done? March orders. Max, take the lead. Why can't we have a little energy deployed here?
I pay it. Watch those feet.
Stand firm!
MG-42 and crew ready.
Say the word!
So come on.
MG-42.
Infantry are in reserve. They await deployment.
Down the retreat!
Climbing as fast as I can.
Weapon crew on standby.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Reserves clear. Stay on my heels. Follow! God, follow my lead. Evacuation orders. Reserve infantry at attention.
Double MG-42 moving under
What
fire!
is your order?
8-centimeter mortar is ready to provide support.
Enemy fire! Comandante,
MG-42 and crew ready.
reserve in combat. Can't handle it. Reserve
Ready! Where to?
shoelaces. What is wrong?
This hour, I'll take for a moment. Very good! Weapon team standing by!
Infantry within
Understood.
10 meters range.
HMG team is here! What do you want?
What
Move!
do you need of us?
Move! Close!
Comandante, get us the fuck out of here! Comandante, clear out!
They're killing my crew!
Serve in combat! What it can be any worse than here?
MG-42! They're ready!
What do you need of us?
Victory point lost. HQ shall be receiving medics to heal our wounded. An MG-42 has been decrewed. Do not let it fall into enemy hands.
Comandante!
Give us a
Get
target.
the fuck down!
Upgrade complete.
Pioneers, awaiting orders. Like big. Pushing through!
Seeing us heavy, you know.
Device on our flank!
Need orders!
Retreat!
Ability unlocked.
Reserves await orders.
What is our...
What do you need of us?
Commandant, territory sector lost.
Scotch radio. What? Hold that! More volunteers for the front.
Pioneers ready.
Weapon crew on standby. We'll send
MG-42!
initiative we have. Reserves are back to full complement.
Italian infantry are ready to serve.
What needs to be done? Gunner, take the lead. We move.
Er steigt Wehr into the infantry.
I don't care. Lost.
You have orders?
Orders over. We must secure that location.
Hostile relocating the men.
MG-42 and capture point will be secured.
Pioneers ready.
MG-42 and come on, man.
Fall back to
Close
HQ.
formation.
Reserve.
Infantry are in reserve. They await deployment.
Leaders, weapon team ready. Covering this area with the MG-42 and
What do you want?
MG-42 and crew ready.
Fall back!
MG-42 I want to select base. I'll man the gun.
What do you need of us? Kick your asses!
An officer has been deployed.